Hey, how's it going, guys? Okay, so this is another episode of 0 to 100, but what I'm gonna do this time is talk about something that I actually it's really cool. Over the past maybe a couple days, actually, maybe almost a week, I have gotten requests from different people that are trying to wholesale real estate, or just in general, just trying to start. They ask me, like, where do I start? Man, I've done all this research. Um, what do I do? And that really is, it's difficult because the first step is the most difficult one. And I want to start with the first thing. I'm going to go through this and kind of explain what you should do, and this is what I did. I'm not going to tell you what you should do, but I'll tell you what I did, and maybe you can learn from my steps. So, but the first thing you have to understand that just go solve the problems as they come. So just don't worry about what's gonna happen. Oh, what's gonna happen when someone is gonna ask me for an offer? I mean, just wait till the moment. You gotta get told to go fuck yourself so many more times before you get someone asking you to make an offer. It really is like that. I mean, you have people like I'll be like, whatever, I guess I'll sell if you give me $1 million for their $50,000 property. That happens a lot. And I'm like, yeah, man, for sure, you got the $1 million, because that's the best investment in money that I can make. Deal. All right. Okay, so before you start, so let's say you started researching this. Everything starts with step number one is research. You find out about wholesaling, you want to do it. When you're doing your research and your learning process, what you can do is, number one is the free way, is what I did. When I started doing this, I had money put away, but I was realizing that I needed that money for marketing. So I'm not going to be able to spend that money learning the process. So thank God we live in 21st century and YouTube is a thing. And obviously, I enjoy doing it myself. But the case is, like, you have to, you can learn anything pretty much from YouTube. Like, I don't know, you want to fix your car, you want to start a business, I don't know, you want to fly, probably can't learn that. But I'm just saying, in general, you can learn anything on YouTube. And that's what I did. I found a couple guys that, I found a guy that I liked, that I think was good at what he did, and he just explained it step by step, everything. And I went ahead and learned everything from him. So that's the step that if you don't want to spend money, like I did it. Let's say you have money that you want to spend. You can put about a couple $1,000s. I'm not sure how much it's worth, but you can get a mentor. I don't know a lot about that word, to be honest with you, because I never did it, and I'm very weird about trusting people to teach me something that, if you knew it so well, why would you teach me something? And I guess that you're just making money like that, which is good, I guess, but it just still kind of makes me, I don't know, I'm weird about it. And I bet there are good mentors out there. I do believe that, but I believe that there are also a lot of mentors out there that will use you for money. I actually, this is an interesting story. I had a call from one of my signs. I had this lady call me, and she was saying, "Hey, I'm a wholesaler as well. I saw your sign that you buy houses, this and that. I was really curious if you could help me out and mentor me." And I said, "Not really." I was only maybe a couple weeks in at that point, so I don't even know anything myself. But I was like, "Not really, but I can send you some information I have as to," she was asking me what contracts I use, what is this and that, and I sent it to her, and I was like, "I don't care. I mean, I'll send it to you. It's not, it's not, in my opinion, it's not a competition." The cool part is some people don't like to share their ideas, but the thing is, an idea is knowing you have to do push-ups. Good luck with that. I mean, okay, we all know we have to do push-ups, but trust me, not all of us do. So so whatever, I give it to her, and she I never talked to her again. But the fact is, she said that she spent a lot of money on mentoring. She said she spent $5,000-$6,000. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money. I wish you would spend that on marketing instead of mentoring. But who knows, maybe you still have another 40 grand in your bank account that you can spend on this business. Either way, so number one, learning process. There's two different ways to do it. And then in general, what you have to ask yourself, I guess I should have mentioned this before, you have to ask yourself is that, are you willing to invest money in it, and how fast you need a deal? If you don't need the deal that quick, let's say you have a job and you just want an extra money and maybe eventually turn it into your business, but you're not rushing into this, you can probably do it slowly and probably not using a lot of money. You can probably bring your money down to nothing. I mean, I needed a deal quick. I got fired from a job very shitty way. Let's say that. And I thank God I had some money saved, and I was like, you know what? This was my moment. I always wanted to do business, and I'm gonna do it. And it's what. I haven't been doing this for a full 3 months. Well, officially I've been doing this full time 2 months, and today I signed my 3rd contract, which I'm really excited. They're not big on the profit wise, but they are very, I'm really happy about it. Either way, so you have to decide for yourself if you want to spend money and get a deal quick, or do you have time and you just want to try it out and maybe not spend a lot of money. After learning, step number 2 is getting the deals. So getting properties like that you need to contact those owners of the properties. There are 2 options of that I believe that are, there are probably more, but I'm saying two examples. Number 1 example, if you're trying to do it for free, is driving for dollars, and it's still not free. Technically, you're still spending gas and mileage in your car and etc., but it's not as costly as using a software that you have to pay monthly for and this and that. It's not like that. So let's say you're trying, you have time, you decided you're not gonna spend money on this, but you want to get deals. Your drive for dollars, actually I'm going to be coming up with a drive for dollars video. Mike and I are going to go out and find some deals, which is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to try to approach it a little bit differently. I got an ideas about how I want to approach it. But either way, so let's say you drive for dollars, you find deals, great. If you have money and you are trying to get a deal quick, like this is what I did. I bought software called PropStream. I spent about $100 a month for it. You get a 7-day free trial, which is cool. You kind of try it out, get a feel of it, and then I spent $100 a month for the software. And so far, all my 4 deals that I got from that software. So I believe that was 100%. All 3 deals, sorry. 100% good investment. That return on investment is insane on that. So you do that, you get the properties. Okay, so that's now the step number 2 is getting the deals. Step number 3 is skip tracing the deals. You can either do it the free way. They are a free website that skip traces. So there's 2 things to know about free skip tracing. Is this anything in life that's free or cheap or whatever? First, the quality of the leads is not that good. So the phone numbers that they would give you and the information how difficult it's going to be to get the right phone numbers is going to be, that's the chance of that is going to be very low. Number 2, a lot of them don't let you upload a file so you can mass skip trace a lot of numbers. They make you do it one by one, at least from what I've seen. Maybe there are other services that do it for free, and if there are, it's awesome. If you find one, send it in the comments below for other people that are trying to learn. That'll be awesome. And the way to do it on the pricey part, on the part that you actually invest in money in this and using services that you pay about 15 cents per skip trace. There are the ones that are worth more, there are the ones that are worth less, but I'm saying average is about 15 cents per skip trace. And if you think about it, I probably get about, I skip trace probably about 1,000 maybe to 2,000 properties a month, which is not a lot, but it's a lot for me. And that's anywhere between $150 to $300 every month just skip tracing. So it's pretty expensive, but if it pays out in the end, it's worth it. That's what I say. So that's step number 3 is skip tracing. Step number 4 is contacting the owners and trying to get the deal. You have 2 options again. And by the way, you can do all this in combination. So I for example, I use PropStream and I use paid skip tracing. but sometimes I use cheaper ways of contacting people. So the cheaper way of contacting people is literally just getting your phone out, or there's one that you can subscribe for $3 a month. You can use Skype to call from your computer, which is very nice because if you skip trace and you have everything on the Excel file, there are certain ways to actually just click to call from your Excel file on your computer, and that goes to Skype, and you can just call. You click a number and you call. You don't have to dial it in on your phone every time, that was only $3 a month. So that's a very cheap, cheap way to do it as well. So so the cheap way, you pretty much just dial off your phone, or if you want to use Skype, absolutely, that's another option. The more expensive way is texting. For example, there are certain services, softwares that you pay about $120, $30 a month just to have this service, and then you pay about 3 cents per text to text people, and the thing can get pretty expensive. That's what I use, but like I said, I had no options when I started this, and I knew I had to make this work. So whatever sped up the process of me getting a deal, that's what I did. And like I said, spending more money on it, spending more money properly on the things you have to be spending, you should be spending money on, will speed up your first deal. Texting, or you can. Some people, this is I don't have this, and one day I really want to, is having a virtual assistants, VA services. I don't know the pricing for them. I've seen something crazy like $3-4 an hour. That's super cheap. I think they're over the seas, and there are some American VAs that are more expensive. I don't know, and I'm not gonna lie to you about it. If I told you that I know something about it, I would. But I know that there is that option as well, which is pretty pricey. And if you want to do that, there are more than enough services to research that. So that's step number 4. Then after that, you got the deal that you're talking to the owner. You don't need to spend money there. You're talking to them. If you need any information about a property, pretty much everything that PropStream gives you, the software that I use, you can find on property appraiser of your county, of the county that the house is in. Or you can use Zillow or Realtor.com to compare it with other properties in the area when you're actually trying to get a price estimate after repair value on the property. So most of those stuff you can do for free. PropStream makes it easier, but it's not necessary. And then you negotiate the price, whatever. That's super simple. And it's not simple. You get a hold of it eventually, but that's not a part that you're going to be spending lots of money on. And then after that, you got the part of closing. You have to deposit money. That's when the money is going to be required, no matter if you're trying to do the cheaper or the expensive way. The cheap way, by the way, 2 out of 3 of my deals, so 2 deals that I've had, I deposited only $10. One deal that I've had, I deposited $100. So, it's still not a lot. So you're the one who sets the deposit amount. So if you're not trying to spend a lot of money, try to push for the lower deposit as possible. If for some reason that doesn't work out, if there's a real estate agent involved, a lot of times they're gonna want a bigger deposit, $500, $1,500, sometimes more, depends on the property. So that's something you have to be prepared for. That you cannot really cheat the system or do a cheaper way. And then after that, you market to cash buyers. It's simple. You got Facebook, that free services, free groups of investors. There's tons of investors out there. You put it on Facebook Marketplace. It's insane how many investors you get from there. You can use Craigslist, I guess, but who uses Craigslist anymore? Forget about that. And then you can also skip trace, which is another option. What I do, I skip trace cash buyers in the area, and I just text them, and that's a way you have to pay for. But it has worked before. I found one of my deals. I found my first buyer that's how I found them. So that's the options. So that's pretty much it. It's a very short version of everything. There are a lot of videos out there that break it down I mean, if you guys want to, if you're more than happy to request it and just send in the comments, because like I said, I already had people requested me to drive for dollars and show them what to look for, how to look for it, and all that stuff. And you know, and then some people requested me, where do I start? So that's why I decided to do this video, and that's why I'm doing a drive for dollar video very soon. Besides that, yeah, request anything that you guys want to see. I'm very happy to do this video. This is very fun. I love doing YouTube. I always did. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave the comments down below if you have any suggestions or any questions. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, and peace.